Well, I think I got it. And that cracked me up when I said strategically do this. Well, I just had to take my rasp and rasp it down as deep as I could and not worry about any ridges to interlock or anything like that. So I had to get it down enough. I can hold that in there like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Right there. If anything, I could shave off this little bit right here. Okay. Little by little. Just keep checking it. See, I think that's pretty good. If I put some white caulking on there, I could probably do it with the white caulking, but because I have my my crazy glue gel. Let's see here. Make sure it's coming out again. See, I've only had this closed for a little bit, and I already have to poke the hole in it again. Probably should have put some masking tape on there. Dabbity nabbit. So it wouldn't spill all over. Come on. And I can put some on here. If you had some crazy glue gel in just a little bottle, that's the other thing. You wouldn't have enough, would you? No, sirree, bub. You just would not have enough. Looks pretty good right there. I can hold on to it and count. Sometimes when I do this, I'll count up to 100 real slow or something before I let go of it. Now in this case, I could probably let go of it because it's a big enough piece, and I could probably put some masking tape around, you know, a couple spots to keep it in place, right? There. I should have checked that. Okay. And if you're going to count, you don't want to count and make sure that your finger's not glued to something that you're counting with, right? And then once this dries, then I can put some white caulking in this. I just want to make this look halfway decent is all. I'm gonna save that $100 and take Mommy out to dinner or something with it. Last thing you want to do is put this masking tape over any excess glue. Okay, there. Now I can let that dry. Inevitably, you're probably going to get some crazy glue on your fingers. And if you do, there's not much you can do about it until it dries, and then you can flake it off with your fingernails or something like that. You just have to kind of start peeling it after it dries. So I got a little bit right there and there. But hey, it looks pretty good. Thank you, Mr. Crazy Glue Gel. You've done it for me again. Now let's see how much I got left. I got some. See? I still have it from about here down. Had I not had that Crazy Glue Gel, I would have had to use my caulking. And it would have been a little bit harder because I would have had to have made that a little bit sloppier so I could put enough on there to spooge it out and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but hey, I didn't have to use this. And if I had liquid nails or construction adhesive, I could have dabbed a little bit on here, kind of the same way that I did the Crazy Glue Gel. Okay. So now I can just leave this alone until it dries, until it's stiff enough, before I can put caulking on there. I'm going to use my liquid nails. And before I do that, I can go on the outside with masking tape, let's say, maybe a 1/16 away from that edge, all the way around. And I could do the inside too if I really wanted to. Then I could put the caulking in there, I could wipe it off with a putty knife, and then I could peel the masking tape back and, you know, kind of blend it in so you don't get it all over the place. Okay, so back to this here. This is drying rather nicely. It's been about 15 minutes or so. And you see the slot on here to where you could see that this actual little hinge is adjustable, can go up and down. Can't really do that much now because I put Crazy Glue in there. So after I put that in, I wanted to make sure that this door would still fit on it. So I slid it back on here to make sure I didn't have to try to tap this part of the hinge down or up so it lines up or anything like that. I put it in there. It looks pretty good. Okay. And I think that's just about ready so I can put this door back on. I'm going to give it a few more minutes to dry though. Better be safe than sorry. Hey, well, while I'm waiting, hey, if your question was, hey Joe, why don't you fix this while you're waiting? I think I will. And what I'm going to have to do here, could I use my Crazy Glue Gel? Yeah, I could. I could use a little bit of that and dab a little bit of that in there. What if you don't have Crazy Glue Gel? Can you use your white caulking? If you did your Crazy Glue Gel, I would take the drawer out first, maybe put some masking tape and kind of build a dam so that it's not going to drip down and get on top of your cabinet edge or anything like that. But we're not going to use that this time. I think I probably should, but I'm going to show you a different way. Since we've already used the Crazy Glue, okay, I'm using my Alex Plus, my all-purpose acrylic latex caulk. And I've already cleared the tip out and gotten some out, so I know the caulking's going to come out. nice and easy. So I could just put that in there. And I'm going to try to take my little screwdriver, use it like a paddle, like a putting knife, and try to get it back in there further. I'm always using this thing, aren't I? Okay, now, I can push that, let it spooge out. I know I've got enough in there. I can take a rag or my fingers, wipe that off. Right there on the tip, it's springy, just a little bit. Oh, I can put some caulking right on the end of that. Get it under there. Oh, it sounds like I got a big truck outside. Crazy glue gel, why don't I just use that, right? I'm going to take some masking tape. I think I got 2-inch tape here, but you can use whatever. Fold that over, and that's just going to hold it until it's dry. Okay? I guess I can do it underneath. There. Now, I'm going to have to let that dry. I may have to let that dry overnight even. But I did that using just my caulking. If that's all you got, you can use it. Crazy glue gel, yeah, that could work. Maybe even crazy glue, but I don't, like I say, I don't like using that. It runs all over the place. It's not very thick. Put that gel in there and kind of mash down on it. But if you get any excess, of crazy glue gel, if you use that and you had excess, like I did with the white caulking, the thing with that is you got to leave it alone. If you put tape over it and think, oh, I'll just wipe that off, I'll just put the tape on there, you try to pull that off, it sticks to the back side of the tape rips off, you try to clean it off this melamine. This is a pre-finished white melamine, it's called, and it's kind of like Formica, but it's not, it still will mark up. So if you think you can take your crazy glue and just scrape it off, I'm sad to tell you that you're going to put marks in here and you're going to score and chop this right off. So if there was any crazy glue there, I would have to strategically put a little piece of masking tape where the crazy glue was not, and then put it over. After the crazy glue dries, you can take a razor blade or you can take a sheetrock knife after it dries, and you can trim it off. Don't do it before, okay? I'm telling you this because I've done all the things I'm telling you not to do. And it gets all over, it gets all messy, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so now, see, that gave me some extra time. That's why I wanted to do this strategically. I didn't want to do this first and then work on this over here next or something, and then my hinge last. I wanted to do the hinge part first so that I can get this job, I can get the door back on, get it adjusted, show you how all that's going to do. These other things can be drying while we're doing that, right? Okay. So now is the time to get this door back up there.